I got a lot of love on the Viva Las Vegas Fender 1960 reissue Stratocaster. So let's go. Let's go put her on the bench. Let's go plug this one in. Let's check it out. This is the 1960 reissue Fender Stratocaster in Lake Placid blue. Hey guys, hey gals, 40 Grit here, 40 Grit Guitars, 40 Grit Studios, 40 Grit Garage. Had a lot of interest on this one, so I'm going to go put it on the bench today. I'll go through it, give you guys some close-ups of it and everything. I did pull it out for the live stream the other night, but I also said that maybe I would go out and do a video on it. So I'm going to go out and put it on the bench today. Let's go through the specs on it. Let's go through everything. Let's weigh her out, and then we'll plug her in and check out all of the pickups. I did go look at the Traveler. These are the 60s reissue custom shop pickups, and that's a JB Seymour Duncan. So let's go out and put her on the bench. Let's go check her out. All right, let's take a look at the custom shop. I figured I'd get this one out today. We'll go through this one real quick, and we'll plug this one in, and we'll check out what this one's got to offer. Yeah, I can't get enough of those vintage logos. They're super cool. That's a very distinctive, for the era. Those just slid on water slide decals. This is a 9.5-inch radius, rosewood fretboard. It looks great. It's in good shape. She's conditioned. I had this one out not too long ago. Went through everything. 21 frets. I wouldn't doubt if these were 6105s. I have to go look at the Traveler, but these are not jumbo frets. I wouldn't be surprised if they were 6105s. Back of the headstock looks fantastic. I was just looking at that. Man, that just looks fantastic. I was reading through the Kramer or Charvel forum this morning, and people were complaining about relic guitars. He said they didn't understand. Well, I understand that you don't understand, but these just have such a great feel. I mean, that would be the first thing I would say to somebody if they said I don't understand why you would buy a relic guitar. They just feel like old tennis shoes. Great job on this neck. The standard C, 9.5-inch radius on this, if I didn't say it already. Relicking job is awesome. This is a age green. You can tell it's age green. This is a 60s. You can tell by the screw being in this position versus somewhere in this area. This is a 60s pick guard, which means those are 60s customs. Those would be parchment knobs and a parchment switch cover. Floyd Rose original. Now this one, I was going to put neck angle in this because you can see the Floyd's kind of sitting more inside, which kind of could hinder, once I start tuning on that, it could hinder the travel and the function of my detuner, but I decided to leave it alone. I'm not going to change the neck angle on this because I don't think I'm going to be playing it that often anyways, but which is a shame. So, but yeah, she looks fantastic. That's a JB, and those are vintage 60s. Let's go over the back here real quick. Fender Master Builders. I mean, they're fantastic. That's why they're there. They know what they're doing. Great job on this one. I fell in love with this guitar when I first saw it hanging on the wall at the Guitar Center in Las Vegas. It was a must-have. Let's check out what the pickups are reading here real quick. All right, looks like the JB is reading, man, those pots are tight. JB reading 17.06, position 4 is at 4.1, position 3, 5.5. 2.7 on 2 and 5.5 on position 1. So looks good. Everything looks good. Everything's adjusted correctly. You can see the slant there. On the so those are measured at 8 and 7 on the singles, and then 8 and 7 64. So last fret fretted. Somebody asked me the other day. So last fret will always be fretted because you have to mimic the playing to the pickup distance. Last fret fretted. And these are starting points, just starting point for setup, and then you can tweak to your ear. But yeah, 8/64 on bass side for the singles, 7/64 on treble side for the singles, 5/64 on bass side, and 4/64 on treble side for me. And then that's your starting point, and then you would tweak as such. All right, let's get a weight on Viva Las Vegas here. Las Vegas is coming in at 7 pounds 2 ounces. Look at that. I don't even have my hand on it. Perfectly balanced. 7.10 ounces. I used to like this when I would put them on the scale at Sir, and they would just perfectly balance themselves on the scale. 7.10. Perfect. How's the string alignment? It's good to me. So I'll go through all the settings with you. I'm on clean right now. Clean right now. We'll open the tone knobs all the way up. Go through here real quick. Too muddy. JB position 4. I think that tone all the way off on 4. Yeah, 5's about where it's at on this. Open that back up to about 5 again. I could ride on 5 all night. Open all the way up. A little bright. I think 5's where it's at. Let's switch it over to the dirty and check that out. Okay, I got this plugged in on the JB now. Let's check out the JB and see what this one's got to offer here. JB sounds the best. I mean, the single coil sound good, but the JB sounds rocking in this guitar. It sounds really good. Let's wrap it up. Get you guys out of here. I can sit here and play this thing all day. Probably will. The wife's at work. Thanks for stopping by today. Appreciate you guys taking a look at it. Super cool guitar. I'll never get rid of it. Plays like butter. Set up perfectly for me, and she's a player. So any questions, please feel free to hit me up. I really appreciate all the support you guys have given me. Thank you for all the subscriptions. I'll be continuing to feed you with as much stuff as I can. And good things coming. I'm working on a bunch of stuff right now, a bunch of ideas that just randomly pop in my head. So I'll be doing some cool stuff. So I hope to see you guys on the next one. And until then, be safe and hit me up with any questions you may have. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next one.